Dichotomy, sales, recession. Let's jump into the weekly AITX video. Hello everybody, I'm Steve Reinharz, CEO of Artificial Intelligence Technology Solutions, trading for now on the OTC Pinks. We're going to have a bit of a discussion on this weekly video. We're going to limit it to 3 topics. I will share with you that I am recording this video on Friday evening at 5 o'clock Pacific time, and it has been a week. It has been a week of coast-to-coast travel. It has been a great week outside the stock. And that's why we're leading off with our first topic being dichotomy. Now, might not be a word that everybody knows, so I'm going to define it here. This is per Microsoft's Bing definition. Dichotomy, a division or contrast between 2 things, effectively, that are represented as being opposed or entirely different. I'm using that word and that definition to illustrate how I feel sometimes. Meaning that on the one hand, we have a business that's growing the way we want, that's selling the way we want, that's making customers happy the way we want, that's developing tech the way we want, the way that we could really hope for and dream for. That's on the right hand. On the left hand, we have a market that is being crushed, just being crushed. Being crushed by high interest rates, being crushed by fear. And as such, we live in a bit of a dichotomy. Now, it's funny, I was speaking earlier today with the leader of a business who has a very profitable business in this space, who works with us, who carries our line. I have a lot of respect for him. And we're talking, and the two of us, take this with a grain of salt, but we were in some ways understanding that recession is going to be bad for many people, but understanding that the recession is going to be good for some people. And our job, my job, is to figure out how to make that good for AITX. And the two of us are kind of in this space. He's a dealer of ours. And the two of us were, cautiously optimistic that the recession is going to test many other companies, and many companies right now are already starting to feel the pain from the market. But there's going to be winners, and me and him were pretty convinced that his company and RAD AITX would be among the winners. Obviously, only time will tell. But it was a great conversation. And that leads us from dichotomy to sales. I don't think we did a sales press release this week for the first week in many. And I'll share with you, it has just been a wild week of great things outside the stock. And we're just running too hard and fast to get it out. So there will definitely be a sales PR next week, at least one. And this is where I am asking the beloved AITX community a question. And this is the question, okay? Because I have a few advisors on the Pubco side of the business. We've got the RAD side of the business, and I've got the AITX side. So it's AITX and RAD. Anyway, I go between those 2 worlds. And on the AITX side of the business, a couple people suggest to me that we do a weekly sales roll-up. And a couple people suggest to me that we continue kind of, 2, 3, 4 sales PRs a week, depending on what's happening. So I am asking you, what is your thought? I don't think there's a particularly right answer or wrong answer. But does the constant sale PR that we do numb everybody to our progress and our success? And for that reason, should we just kind of do singular, bigger, weekly sales PRs? I don't know. I don't think there's a wrong answer. But I'd like to know your opinion, so please DM me, put it in comments. You can reach me 50 different ways. Tell me what your opinion on that is. A few times a week or once a week? That's the question. I would like to hear your opinion. Talking about opinions, we're in a stock market route, to say the least, and everybody has an opinion. Surprise, surprise. Everybody has an opinion. Is this a recession? Probably. The Fed seems intent on crushing parts of the economy in order to lower demand and thereby lowering inflation, which, if you read anything that I write or post, you know that I think is misguided. But the fact of the matter is businesses are going to be hurting as interest rates go up, and housing, and there's all kinds of problems that come out with the forced and manipulated recession, which is what effectively the Fed is doing. So what does that do for us as a company? What does that do for RAD? How do we emerge from this as a winner? And there's some strong indicators on why we may. Number one indicator is that when businesses are under stress, their risk tolerance and their tolerance for new things increases. And one of the obstacles to sales that we've had are people just living happy in the way that they lived before and not wanting to rock the boat. In a recession, people are more likely to try new things. That's good for us. The next thing is the recession isn't going to lower wages. It's going to continue the increase till it gets to a point where wages stabilize. And the point of what I'm saying is that wages will be more tomorrow than they were yesterday. And as wages increase, the desire for businesses to replace human labor with machines increases as well. And since we're in the business of performing human-like duties with machines, that should bode well for us. So at this point, even though it's Friday evening, even though I feel crushed with the stock price, on the other hand, the dichotomy of where we sit right now is we have a growing, thriving business whose demand should continue to accelerate. So folks, I don't know if this was helpful to you at all. I love connecting with you. Make sure to answer my question, please. Multiple sales PRs per week or one. And know that this will be over eventually. We always come out of it. And that I'll be continuing to give you updates, continuing to grow a business. And I hope you continue to follow. Thank you very much.